Hey, you legend, Stu from UAVfutures. Oh, almost knocked the prop driver. Stu from UAVfutures here. And today, well, we have a video that I guarantee is going to help people for years to come. What we are talking about is the top 5 FPV goggles for any budget. And let me say, it isn't sponsored bullshit like you've seen in some recent videos. Right. What are you doing there? Well, anyway, we're going to be going through a goggle, throwing a bit of shade there. A goggle for every budget, for every person. If you're getting into FPV, if you want to get a new set of goggles, this is going to be the video for you. And also, I want to say it is really important that you choose the right set of goggles for you. I know cost is a factor, we want features, we want performance, all that sort of stuff, but these are the way that you connect with your drone. Upgrading your goggles or having a goggle that works for you is the #1 recommendation. That and the radio is the #1 recommendation on how to have a good FPV experience. So, if you're into drones, you want to try FPV, stay tuned because we're going to be going through everything that you need so you know how to spend your dollars that's not sponsored rubbish, and you're going to get the most out of your FPV journey. Oh, and I should say too, if you're into digital, well, yeah, go buy some DJI goggles because nothing really compares to that. But that's not what this video is about. This is about you analog boys and girls, people who want to know what to get, how to get flying, getting up and having some fun. So let's do it. We've got our top end up here, we've got some mid-range budget, we've got some cheap budget options, and we've also got some box goggles, or whether you want the dual diversity screen styles. There is a range of goggle for you, and I'm also going to say a little playlist should pop up here. More than any other reviewer out there or pilot, I would say I have had the most versatile flight experience when it comes to the sorts of goggles that I've used. I flew on-ways for years, I started on Fat Sharks, I've flown Skyzones for years, I've been flying DJI. There is no one brand or preference that I prefer, and we're also going to be linking some other videos of other YouTubers to sort of give some credibility to this one, because I think that's really important that you guys see that this isn't just my opinions as well. It is backed up by other respected and appreciated people in the community as well, and I'll link some of their videos. People like Joshua Bardwell, we've got Bruce from RC Model Review, some really champions of the hobby that are kind of agreeing with the things that I'm saying here. So anyway, this video is for you, and if you enjoy it, drop a like, a thumbs up, thumbs down, let me know. And if you appreciate a video that's not full of sponsored rubbish, well, my Patreon is going to be linked down below so we can continue to make these videos to help you. But so without further ado, let's kick it off. We're going to be starting at the budget end, and I'm going to say, look, budget, Stuart, yeah, it's going to be coming in at around 80, 100 bucks. And I understand that is more money than some people want to spend, but I recommend highly, if you are doing this hobby, you want to enjoy it, please don't go any cheaper than that. We're going to be starting down here. Now, these are what I like to call the Nun Goggles. I feel like I'm working in some old church Nun Dracula thing. I don't know what this is, but that's a sunshade actually. But these goggles were sent to me. I'm going to link all these down below with their full reviews as well. They are coming in, I think, at about 100 bucks. They're around $80 when I first reviewed them. So it's a bit unfortunate the price has gone up. It sucks. All these prices seem in 2021 to have gone up. But these goggles right here, I got them as a bit of a joke. Someone said, Stuart, do you want to review these? I said, oh man, that's going to be funny for a laugh. That'd be good to slam a product that just looks completely ridiculous and it doesn't look like it's going to perform. I thought this was a complete joke, right? When I ordered it.
Okay. I did not expect this at all.
I cannot believe I'm saying this.
Man, did I eat my words. These goggles had amazing range, a clear screen, no eye strain. Trevor loved them. Just, you can take the screen out and use it as a second monitor if you want to. These goggles right here would be my cheap box goggle of choice. I've recommended them for about a year now, and you can't really beat them. The price to performance is absolutely outstanding. So the Hawkeye little pilot goggles, and some people might say, man, I don't want to look like that in the field. Look how silly I'm going to look, mate. Look at all these goggles. Having these things in the field strapped to your face, you're not going to look cool no matter which pair of goggles you've got on your face. So you need to just get over that. And an advantage of this as well, you can use glasses. And also, if you're new to FPV, it can be a little bit disorientating, you know, having the outside world shut out and only seeing through these small screens. This way, if you get a little bit claustrophobic or something like that, a goggle like this gives you a bit more peripheral vision. You don't feel quite so strange in the park. You can see if people are walking up to you, all that sort of stuff. And I really like this one because it can bounce the image off this little mirror here. It's like a periscope design, and because it goes here, it means you're not going to get that eye strain, which you get on a lot of cheaper box goggles. So things like the Fat Shark Recons and some of those other ones, the EV800s, the E-Sheens. I get a lot of eye strain with this. I can use these no problems. I could use them all day. Trevor, the old grumpy bugger himself, he's an old man. He didn't get any eye strain using these. So it's just all around a good, cheap, reliable goggle that has great range, great performance, and a whole bunch of features packed in for the price. Now moving up, what we have right here, we have two sets of goggles. Now this is definitely going to be jumping up in price. We have the Cobra, these are the S's, this is from Skyzone. You're going to see a lot of Skyzones on this list because I really, let's do a little poll or put your comments down below. Skyzone has been crushing it. They've probably been the #1 company in 2020 and moving into 2021 that continues to make products for the pilots, for people to fly around that they enjoy, that they want, they listen to feedback. So big ups to Skyzone. So this is the box goggle. It's still a box goggle. Yeah, this is the Cobra S. I'm going to link that down below. You'll see a review coming out of this one in a little bit. They've also got the X version, which is a bit more pricey. But I believe Joshua Bardwell, I've got some notes right here, he said that this was the best box goggle, period. Now, I'm a big fan of Josh. He does some amazing reviews as well. And if you are looking for a box goggle, you don't like this style, these ones, the S's, can be found, I think, for about 160 bucks, maybe 170. And we've also got the Cobra X's, which are like a more feature-packed version. They've got a higher resolution. Look, this is the X version I've got right here. They've got a higher resolution, just a nicer screen, and that's about it in here. But all in all, these are a great goggle. You can use different modules in here. They have, I think it's called the Rapid Mix Receiver, which is a way of it's basically one of the modern analog receivers. It works very similar to the Fusion and the Rapid Fire, so you're going to get great reception with these as well. A beautiful screen, fairly comfortable. These goggles, yeah, I think if you're into box goggles, 170 bucks moving up in the price tier, and $230 I think for the X's or something. Check the links down below. Just all in all, a great goggle. Don't just take my word for it. You can also see Joshy B, his review as well. He enjoys them. I'll link that down below. He thinks they're the best box goggle, period. Now moving on, this is for my all-time favorite FPV pair of goggles. It is still the #1 goggle that I use to this day. It is a little bit old. This is the Skyzone, the holy grail, the O2X's. And if you can track these down, good luck, because they've been very, very popular. I know they've been superseded by the O2Os. You can see I've got the O2Os here, but I still prefer, I think, these are the Skyzone O2X's. For the price, you can get them for about 280 bucks, cha-ching, and these are my #1 goggle of choice. I love the receiver that they've got in here. Even though it's not the new modern rapid mix style, I've still had plenty of luck with them. They've been reliable. I've used them for about 2 years. A rock solid, super fast menu to cycle through, nice screens. All in all, I really can't fault these goggles for the price. This would be my recommendation. If you're getting into FPV, I also did an FPV goggle. If you're jumping in with drones, radios, goggles, all that sort of stuff, you can find that video there. This is the goggle that I recommended. Now, there's the two versions of these. There's the O2X's and the O2C's. Both of these, look, just get the O2C's. They're cheaper. The only difference in the O2X's is that the front camera works. But if you're going to be paying a little bit more money, it might be worth looking at some of the newer options out there as well. So if you can find these under 300 bucks, please go and get them. They've got a whole bunch of inputs down below. My #1 goggle of choice, this is the one that I recommend. And if I only had these for the rest of my FPV experience, look, that's fine. I would be totally more than happy to continue to use these. Plus, they look pretty baller too. They've got some really nice color schemes and formats that come out. Now, moving on, let's talk about the big boys, the expensive ones, you extravagant lads and lasses out there who like to have the best of the best. Whether you're a Fat Shark fan, a Skyzone fan, or an Eachine fan, we want some amazing goggles for us to wear. Well, what options do we have? So we're coming in, you are absolutely cash. You're going to be looking at spending about $500, which is an awful lot of money. It might be 500 plus, depending on what sort of module you're going to buy. And we really have two options. Now, I know a lot of people like the Fat Shark HDO2s. Do I like them? Not really. They rubbed on my eye. My DVR was broken out of the box. However, look, Fat Shark does make Shark Bite at the moment, which is leading into a digital solution. If you want to be looking and supporting a company that's going to be moving in towards digital, even though I think it's inferior to DJI, you can think about supporting them. But what I would actually choose is this right here. So this is actually the Eachine one, but you can get these Skyzones, which I'm going to link down below. It is the Skyzone X's. That's right. There's so many Skyzones right now. And this is probably the highest featured, best FPV goggle in terms of performance on the market. It comes with a rapid mix receiver, which absolutely kills it. It's actually the same receiver that comes in the Cobras as well. It's got so many features of the O2 X's that I like, but it has beautiful high resolution OLED screens. It's probably going to be the juiciest footage you get sent back to your eyeballs from here, but be expected to pay for it. And also want to say, Bruce from RC Model Reviews, I think he said simply the best. I'll put a little picture on here somewhere as well. Bruce is an amazing member of our community, definitely no shill whatsoever, tells it like it is. And Bruce said these are simply the best. Look at his thumbnail, he loved them. And I've got to say, I concur. They are an awesome goggle. Big, beautiful, bright screens. This is the Eachine version. I don't recommend getting this one so much. Definitely check out my review somewhere of the Skyzone version, because the Skyzone version is a little bit more pricey, but you get a lot nicer screens in there. And just all in all, O4Xs, I got to agree with him. They perform well. You still don't get any antennas, which kind of sucks. You're going to have to upgrade your antennas. They're coming in, I think, about $550. And it's about as good as it's going to get for your analog situation. And also, if you would like to think about upgrading to digital in the future, you don't have to just go and buy DJI stuff. You can also use these with the SharkBite system as well. So if you think, man, I like the idea of a digital system, I'm not going to be buying a whole new sort of setup by going DJI. Well, I want to get, what other options do I have? Well, I'm going to get SharkBite, but I really like the Skyzone goggles. Don't worry, you can still use these. Now look, that's going to be it for this video today. The reason I make this, because I want you guys to have the best flight experience that you can. I'd love to know, what do you think? What have I missed out? To recap, you know, we've got the cheap, we've got the Hawkeye little pilots down this end. Moving in, we're going to kind of have Skyzones in the box goggle range, the mid range, and the top range. Even though there is the Eachine one, and I know Fat Shark wasn't really in this video like you see some other videos out there. The HDOs, I feel like, have just been superseded in every single way, or beat out in their competition. That don't sound too good, but don't beat it too much, guys. But moving on, that's it for this video. Let me know, or what did you guys think? If you appreciated it, if you like the different diverse opinions, well, let me know in the comments as well. If you would like to support me on Patreon, my link is going to be down below, so we can do more videos like this, so you can make an informed decision to get up and get flying, and they're videos that aren't misleading the customers or the consumers or the hobbyists or anything like that, because nothing pisses me off more when I see people using their what would I say, their influence to change market perception in a way that's inferior, just so people can make money. That drives me bonkers. Anyway, there it is. There's the hard truth on it. They're the recommendations that I've got. You can see it's backed up by Joshy B and Brucey RC as well. Subscribe for more FPV related content. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Why? Because you are awesome. Be kind to each other, and most importantly, be kind to yourself. As always, subscribe for more FPV related content, and happy flying.